Yo, what up? What up? What up? What's going on, everybody? It's your man Lucky in the building. We are live. We are live. We are live. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? What's good, team? How y'all doing?
Hello, hello.
We got Name in the building. We got Loaded in the building, and we got Lakita in the building. What's going on, y'all?
What's going on? Yes.
Y'all good? Everybody good? Y'all had a good
We
day?
good. We good.
All right. That's what's up. Appreciate y'all for taking the time
Good.
out of y'all schedule to jump on here. All right. Listen, anybody in the chat right now, I need y'all to do me a favor and put a one in the chat if y'all could see us and y'all could hear us clearly. Y'all know that I am the king of technical difficulties, and so we getting through it. All right, starting a little late, but I'm not gonna take the blame for this one, but I'm not gonna point the finger at nobody. All right, that's what's up. So let's get into it, right? So look, I have a question, y'all. I have a question, and I just want to know where y'all stand on this. Okay. Um, if you knew that somebody that you were interested in, you've been dating him for a while and everything is going good, and he is at this point your quote unquote Prince Charming, right? But you knew that how can I say this nicely? You knew that his check engine light was on, right? He had a, let's just say, STD or STI or something like that, right? Would you take it all away with precaution, right? We're all adults and we use protection, right? But if you knew that this man had a situation, would you still take it to that next level? What would y'all
Wow,
do? What would
that's
y'all
deep.
do? Come on, y'all.
I
Not
don't. I
everybody
don't
all
think
at
I
one
could.
time.
I don't think I could. I don't think I
You
could. I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah,
don't
that'll
think you could?
definitely be a love lost situation.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Um. Okay, we got Nonchalant in the building. Nonchalant 1732. How you doing? She said no. Okay, so let me ask you this, right? And
Mm,
I'm not really trying to get too much into, people's personal business and stuff like that, right? Um
right.
and the okay, I'm gonna speak on me and then y'all, y'all take it however y'all want to take it, right? So I have been with women, right? Responsibly without knowing their status, right?
Right.
Um, and I use protection, right? Not knowing their status. Does knowing the status make a difference?
Absolutely.
Okay. What you say, Lakita? What you say, Nay?
I agree. Knowing the status makes a difference because you can make an informed decision about the risk you want to take.
Okay, but listen, the
Right.
key word that I used is protection. So, do you not
Right.
trust the protection, or like so? How does
You
that work?
can't protect all parts of your body. I don't, like you said, you don't want to get too into it, right? But you can protect some parts of your body and other parts of your body you cannot protect.
Understood.
And in the moment, you're not even thinking about. I mean, the initial reaction, yes, to cover up, right? Wear a raincoat, but then you're not gonna raincoat your whole body. You
Why
understand
not?
what I'm saying?
Why not? Why? Okay, so listen. What's the point in using protection if you're still going to do risky business, right? Why would you go beyond what you
I
know
don't
to
know. Let me ask you that because that's what men do.
No. I'm asking you that.
Because they'll wrap it up, but they won't wrap the rest of their body up. So, oh, here we go. Depends.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
serious. Like y'all willing to do foreplay, but you're not protecting yourself in the sense that I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, but that
So
kind of
so so it's still those STDs and STIs can be transmitted still.
okay, but listen to what I'm saying, right? And just make it make sense. Okay, if you're going to use protection, why would you go beyond what that protection can protect? Right? That's defeating the purpose. Right? Do Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
So if you're going to go beyond that, what's the point in using protection? It seems like it's null and void at that point if you go beyond what the protection can protect you from, right? So
Right.
let's just say we only going to go as far as the protection can protect us, right? Does it still make a difference whether or not you know?
It's gonna be a no for me.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because that protection, is not 100%.
Okay, so if you didn't know, right? If you didn't know, I'm sure, I'm going to speak for myself. I'm not going to speak for anybody else. I'm sure that, okay, speak for myself. I have myself been in situations where I didn't know the status of the other person, but I used protection. I didn't go further than what that protection would protect.
Right.
And I just trusted the protection. Am I the only one that has ever done that? I'm
No, you're not
sure.
the only
Right.
one. I'm sure you're not the only one. But
Okay.
as adults, we try to make decisions that are what are best for us as individuals. So for me, it's gonna be a no. It's just gonna be a no.
Yeah.
Because I have seen what those things can do, and I said that I would never put my kids in a position to have to take care of me because I made a decision that was a spare of the moment. So it would be a no for me.
Okay.
Hmm.
What you say,
Yeah.
Nate? What you say, Nate?
Well, you confused me because you said informed. So when you say STI, STIs are treatable. You said the word Prince Charming. So if we be realistic, kind of, sort of, with women, unfortunately, we would say that we would say no. But we do have those intimate moments with people unknowing because we look at the outside and informed STI. And so we think that what look good is good for us. And so therefore that sometimes that's why there's STIs. If we're talking about immediate and Prince Charming, I'm sure, yeah, we could risk it all because there's a medicine. Now, if you're talking about things that are long term, not calling out long term, yeah, that makes a difference when you're informed and they say, you're my Prince Charming, but I have something that is long term, which would require us to take medicine every day. Of course not, because we know, kind of, sort of. But a Prince Charming where you can take 4 pills and we mad, but we gonna make up after 2 weeks. I'm sure we will,
No,
cause
not me.
that's why they still exist. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's
Right.
just why. If all honesty, that's why they're there. Because believe it or not, you get that diagnosis, and sometimes you're with them and you don't get better. Unfortunately. Um, it's just the case. I mean, the right thing to say is no, but unfortunately, more often than not, it's yes, because usually there's some makeup after that angriness when you find that there's an STI attached to it. You know,
Right,
um,
right.
so
I
that
got you.
keeps. Hmm.
I got you.
I mean, really. I mean, it might don't
Yeah,
sound right, but I mean, it does sound right, but yeah, we
yeah,
do.
I get you. Yeah, yeah. Speaking from a definite, realistic, you know what I'm saying, position. Let me ask you this. Okay, no, I'm gonna speak on me, and then y'all can just chime in if you want. I have never um actually gotten somebody's paperwork first and said I need to see your paperwork before you know what I'm saying. This goes
Mhm.
down. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I
right.
pretty much, I protect myself as much as I possibly can. After a while, it gets to a point where, like you said, Nay, look, I'm checking. They ain't got no bumps around their lip. They ain't got no rashes on them or something like that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And we take that, you know what I'm saying? We take that chance. But sometimes it's something about just knowing, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they check engine light is on. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Stay away from there. It just seems like it's just something about that that is just like, I'm not willing to take that chance. And as a matter of fact, I think that some of us will look at somebody, we've been dealing with them for X amount of time. We'll look at them as long as they look okay. Sometimes people are willing to take that chance before they'll take a chance of being protected and getting with, and dealing with somebody that they know for sure is hot.
Right.
Am I right or wrong? Like, y'all agree with
Yeah,
me? You know what I'm
that's
saying?
it. That's it. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
We look and we just assume and not even, but that's my livelihood every day, and that's just what I see. Do I
yeah,
judge? No, but we just assume because it looks good, it's
yeah,
good for us, and sometimes we do touch it, even though we know what's attached. That's why I said, even though you might be informed, you still might go there just for the sake of love, or
yeah, yeah,
so, should you touch it? No, but unfortunately, they do. And I just talk about the female aspect because, that's what I look at daily. But I'm just saying that, yeah, um, should we? No, but do we? Oh, yeah, yeah. And yeah, we look at the package, we expect it. It look good, it smell good, it's pretty. And sometimes you done got a call and said, hey, you need to wait them 14 days and you don't wait and you call and you get more medicine, unfortunately, as
right.
adults. And when we know better, we're supposed to do better, but that ain't always the case because sometimes we move out of emotion. We don't always, we move with the heart. The brain might say, don't touch it. They need an out of order sign, skull, bone, and cross, enter at your own risk. But unfortunately, that don't happen. No, it doesn't happen. No.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
No.
Nonchalant 1732 said that was back in the day. Sir, that is not today. Listen,
I don't know. But
is it it seems like nowadays it's less of a care. It's almost like it kind of goes along with just the program. Like, oh, I got burned. I'ma just, I'ma sit it out. It's like catching a cold or something like that. I don't know, it just seems like to me, like just passing it around like it's nothing and it's just okay.
because we made it convenient. We've made it convenient that you can come in and be treated. Your partner can be treated. And now we also have meds that's preventative, even though you may not, but we're gonna give you something you can take every day. So just in case, even though you might be about that life, I'm gonna give you a preventive medicine that you can take every day. So it makes it easier. It allows us to put our guard down because of the fact that you now have meds that you can take every day that's preventative, that keeps you supposedly safe. So therefore, that allows us to be able to be comfortable. And you as a person can say, hey, I have this STD. And then you could say, have your partner be treated. And the doctor calls in a prescription for your partner to take as well. So we made it kind of easy as well. But because before you would just kind of run into the clinics with wigs on and everything. But now you can walk in because it's just kind of, you know, it's just easy. I'm
Somebody telling
just,
their age.
you
Nah,
can
look,
just
you saw
walk
it in a
in.
movie.
The
You
thing
saw it in a
is,
movie.
and the thing is, so I used to, before I worked where I am now, I was a nurse and I worked the clinic and I worked
Mhm.
the AIDS clinic and it is true, like she says, they will prescribe you and your partner something, but now they got this thing that it could stay dormant in your body. So yeah, I mean, and I think my way of thinking is because of having that background and saying
Mhm.
no, let's go look at your my chart. Let's go check both are my charts. We can check mine and we can check yours too. But I do understand that in the heat of the moment, like she said, it looks good, it smells good, nothing's leaking, you know.
Leaking on the transmission fluid.
Right. I'm just saying. And we jump the gun. So yeah, it's yeah, I get it. We talking about some wigs, some hats, and I was in California. They don't do too much hunting down there, but they sure had on some hunting gear going into the clinic. You know what I'm saying? Because they trying to hide. But like she said, it's like it's so convenient. It's cracking up. But they have made it convenient to go into the clinic and get what you need, and bring your partner, whoever you was messing with the last 10 guys, tell him to come in. We'll give him a prescription too. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That is true. But I think your background, and if things that you've seen will deter you a lot from doing the spare the moment stuff.
Okay. All right. Look, this right here is very interesting, and it's very, very true. Joaquin says, we take a chance every day. You can't guarantee that your spouse is faithful.
That's true.
What y'all think about that?
No,
I mean, that's accurate.
Yeah, definitely.
I think they're the ones that tip the most, don't you think? I don't know. I'm just saying they tip the most.
Listen, you know what? That's so interesting. Because you can almost have like spouses who believe that they're safe because in their mind they're only with their spouse and their spouse is only with them. Mm-hmm. And so they're a little more free. You understand what I'm saying? With everything that they're doing. And the ones who are single and dealing with multiple people, they'll be the ones that are, a lot more reserved and, more careful because they understand the risk that they could potentially be in. And the ones who think they're safe are the ones who are actually, you know what I'm saying, getting jammed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's bad.
Getting burned by the fire.
That is bad. That is bad. Okay, let me see. Nonchalant said, I have a question. Are y'all married or single? Because these do not sound like single people answers.
I'm single.
Nonchalant, I'm taking applications every day. So, yeah.
I'm married.
I'm doing interviews as we speak. So,
yeah, I'm single. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, what is it that you think that sounds married that doesn't sound like we single because we want to inspect it? As clinicians, what is it that answer the question that you think that we're answering like we're not single? Because the single people supposed to be wild and crazy, or what? What is it that you think that we sound like that we're married?
Oh yeah, I'm married. Put that out there since everybody kind of put their marital status. Yeah. I agree with y'all. It's just something about, I guess, knowing. You know what I'm saying? That it's just like it takes away from the, you just in your mind like, is there going to be some leakage? Is something going to leak out?
Right. That's exactly what I'm saying.
It's almost like you can't even enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? It's the whole time.
It takes the spontaneity. Is that how you say that? When you're spontaneous, it takes that away. It takes it completely away. I believe if you know that the person is sick, you got to, because you got to do all the prepping, right? I guess you got to prep. You know what I'm saying?
You got to prep.
And plus, you don't move the same way you move at 20, like you do in your older years, 50 or whatever the case you may be. You don't move that way. And plus, people are not even intimate because when you're single, you can't get past what you're doing. So nobody ain't getting exposed to nothing. Because we can't get past that. What you doing, tech? So no, you don't. You're not. Your sexual behavior is not the same at 20 as you are as when you get older. You shouldn't move that way. So you kind of, single or not,
I
I don't
got you.
know.
I got you. Yeah, that was just I was just kind of curious because I did come across an article or something like that where there was pretty much a young lady who was saying that she was with a dude who he was aware of her status and they still, you know what I mean, went along and got married and, and all of that. So, it was just interesting. I was just wondering like how far is I'm not gonna say too far, because I guess if you're comfortable, if you're protected and you trust the protection and you know what I'm saying, there's probably some things that you gotta go through, some counseling and you know what I'm saying, a bunch of stuff to kind of maybe get some knowledge on what could go wrong, and things of that nature. How risky is it actually, and stuff like that. But some people just might feel comfortable that they found their person, and they're willing to deal with it. I guess.
Hmm. Okay.
But that's definitely interesting. What up, Miss Millie? How you doing, Miss Millie? Welcome.
Hey, hey everyone. Hello.
Hey, good
Hello.
morning.
Sorry I'm late.
Nah, it's all good. Did you catch any of the show?
Bits and pieces, but I just left out that meeting, so
Okay. All right. So, who want to fill it in? Somebody want to fill it? Lock. Fill it in, Lock.
So the question is, um, would you still attempt to date someone who has a STD or STI?
of course not. Of course not. That mean you was careless, so that mean I'm gonna have to be careless too.
No,
No.
hold on. But you can protect yourself. You can use
Yeah,
protection.
even and that ain't even guaranteed. I'm good.
She over there stuttering like, yeah, nah, it's not going down.
Nope. Nope. That ain't about to happen.
What if he was your Prince Charming? What if he was just everything you always wanted? So I get, yeah.
Hey,
Aside of the
it is what it is. I don't know what to tell them. Everybody don't get their Prince Charming. I just look at it as the loss.
I got you. Okay. So here we go. Nonchalant 1732 said, it could be maybe I'm overly cautious. I think abstinence is the safest way to go while you're taking interviews. I don't interview sexually. Okay. All right. I got
Well, let
you.
me
But
write that down. Let me write that down right now. Let me write that down. That makes sense. Let me write that down. That's a very good point.
abstinence. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's cool. Abstinence,
He must be interviewing too. He or she. Okay.
All right. So look, we're gonna get into this topic, right? I couldn't bring this topic up without Miss Millie being on the show because this is Miss Millie's topic, right? So we're gonna get into it first. But before we get into it, I'm gonna ask a question, right? Who do you think? And I already know what y'all gonna say. Who do you think is more insecure, men or women?
It depends. And I say that because insecurity can come from your partner or your ex-partners.
Okay.
It come from life, you know. So it but who shows it the most? Men. God, I feel like men shows it the most.
You think men show it the most?
Yeah, because they're more aggressive when they show it. Women, they kind of like some women are kind of like timid when it comes to their insecurities. Like, you know, they're not gonna express it as much. Men, they always accusing. I mean, women do it too. Some women do it too, but I feel like men are more insecure than women are.
Okay. Locked. What you think?
we hide we as women. Well, let me talk about me because I can't say we, right? Um
You can
I
speak in
tend
general. You can speak in what you
I
think
tend
in general.
I tend to so and this is just from a standpoint where I stand, but we as females tend to hide our insecurities. We wear makeup, we'll what is it? Like what is it? The tight things that go up under our clothes so our bellies are not hanging out. Those are insecurities that we have. We
Thanks.
have Spanx. There you go.
Mhm.
We tend to hide our insecurities. I don't think that I think we're more insecure than men.
Mhm.
Okay, Lakita, what you say?
I can definitely see Lock and Lotus' point of view on that. And I can also, see Miss Millie's, because a lot of times it's based off of experiences that someone has been through, even though you shouldn't bring those experiences into a new relationship. Um, they do have some bearing on, you know, how secure or insecure you may be. Um, but I think women show it more.
You think women show their insecurities more?
Absolutely.
Okay. And what you think, Nay?
I agree with all of them. We show our insecurities more and we are more insecure in some areas. Yes. Yeah, I do agree. Hmm.
Okay.
I
Wow, I
do.
wasn't expecting that. I wasn't
Hmm.
expecting that. You know what? Y'all doing all right. Y'all doing all right. I really wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. So okay, what does and okay, can we agree that men might typically be insecure in one area and maybe women are insecure in another area? Like, would you be able to like pinpoint, okay, well, this is men's, this is where most men might hold their insecurities, and then this is where most women might hold, you know what I'm saying, their insecurities? Is it
Of
is it
No,
course.
like oh,
Of
no.
course.
Each
No.
individual has their own insecurities about what they're insecure about. So
Yeah.
I can't really say that no. I mean, so say someone such as myself, I cover my face because something bothers me about my face. So that's what I do, right? But she could cover her face, and that's not what her insecurity would be about. You understand what I'm saying? It could be she just likes to wear makeup or whatever. You kind of get what I'm saying? So I don't think it's like that. I think it's just each one has an insecurity about themselves, and
you
then
don't think there's like just like a general area, like if you had to choose, like
like
you
men
don't
are
think it's
insecure about like physique, something like that.
yeah, like yeah.
Nah, I don't think there's
No.
no, I
No.
don't no.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you tell them about their business, they'll be insecure. You tell them
Yeah.
that. I
Now,
think
yeah,
men
now if the
insecure about their
package ain't
business.
right there,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it's
Okay, now see, now we
we
talking.
be like, man,
But
you
I
ain't
don't.
working,
Now
it
But
we
ain't no
now we
good.
talking.
Oh yeah,
this
they
is
Yeah.
insecure about that. Yeah.
I don't think that. And I don't I like I
They,
said, I don't know how old is anyone on the panel. But my thing is like I'm up there in age, right? So talking to somebody about their business. So first and foremost, I don't have to tell you about your business when it ain't working. I don't have to tell you about your business if it is working. I don't have to tell you about your business if it's little, short, whatever. You don't know what you're doing. I don't have to tell you none of that because you've been having that all your life. So wait a minute, don't say anything yet. I'm going to listen to you. I understand that there's a conversation to be had, right? But I'm saying I don't need to tell you if your stuff ain't doing what it's supposed to be doing. You've been dealing with a lot more females than before you came to me. So let's just say your stuff ain't working, right? Your stuff ain't working. You know it ain't working. What you want me to do? And on top of that, you done took the blue pill, the pink pill, the powder, the ginseng, the this. It's not
exactly.
working. What is it that you want me
Out
to
of
talk
order.
to you about?
Bumblecard.
Listen, listen. Hold on.
Out of order.
And I agree with that. And I truly agree
I
with
agree.
that because I
I
had a
second that. Third,
situation.
fourth, fifth that.
Yeah, I agree.
What is it? Okay, so I got females on the panel, right? I'm
Right.
59. So y'all tell me, what conversation am I supposed to tell this grown man that his shit, excuse me, that his stuff ain't working? What is the conversation?
I'm
Hold on.
sorry you wasted my time and yours. You have a nice one. I've said it. I said it ain't no need to be wasting time. Put the little baby up and go on about your business.
Tonight she hard. She like, put it back in your pocket. It's not working.
No, because I actually had to tell a guy that he was like, "Oh my God, I have 5 kids. No one has ever told me that." I said, "Oh, you must can eat it good because they was stroking your ego."
They were actresses.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what they were. They
Because
were
I'm
actresses.
like, what am I supposed to do with that?
They probably were actresses.
Okay, then. So
No,
can we
seriously,
agree?
what is the conversation?
No, no. Okay, so hold on. So at this point, right? I'm sure that y'all can all agree that that might be an insecurity for a man,
I'm
right? We
sure.
just a general just insecurity for a man. Right? Okay, we can agree on that.
Mhm.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, gosh. All right. So then, if we can agree on that, right? Let's shift over to the women. What would you say is a in general an insecurity that women might have? And I want to come back to the men on
See,
something.
women are different. They have insecurity about different stuff. Like Locke said, it could be their skin, it could be, the way their nose is, so that's why a lot of women that's insecure about certain parts of their body, they go get it fixed.
Okay, so
Get the plastic surgery, BBLs, Botox and stuff like that.
okay, so would it be safe to say that for the most part, the general area where women would be insecure is their looks?
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
in
Right.
some
because
of
y'all
it.
was
Yes,
Some, yeah,
y'all.
some
Hold
of it,
on. When it
yeah.
comes to the man insecurities, y'all over there clapping and y'all doing all this. Yeah, but now when it comes to the women, y'all.
No, I
Because
mean,
because women don't have one. All women's insecurities are not the same.
Okay, and all men's aren't the same, but y'all honed in on that one right there.
Well, you
Majority
know
of it
what?
is.
and
Now
women, we
that
we have insecurities. Yeah,
Go ahead,
we
now
Nancy.
have
that Miss
women. We
Millie,
sometimes we have insecurities. Yeah, with we have insecurities with women too because we're goal driven, and so sometimes we can look at individuals and be like, you know what, she's finished law school, she's got her master's. We can kind of look at that, and sometimes we can feel insecure because we can look at other individuals, females, because we kind of we look at where other people are, and sometimes we may feel insecure because we may feel that because it's a distraction and it also is insecurity. We don't know the process of what they had to do, but because women, we are goal driven and we look at others and we might feel insecure where we are right now at this point because we look at other individuals, females, and see where they are and not know the process. But that's just an insecurity because we feel like we should already be there. We're not there. And or it could be an insecurity or a distraction, which either way, but sometimes because we just by nature, we are individuals that strive to, be achievers, sort of, in
you
my
know what?
opinion.
I tell you what's the insecurity of women, and I don't know if you guys are going to agree or not, but there are the mothers who want to be mothers and can't have kids. That's an insecurity
Yeah.
of women.
Yeah.
Another insecurity of
Mhm.
women is per se she has breast cancer and have to get her breast cut off, and she don't have boobs. That's a insecurity that women have. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit that deems women, quote unquote, a woman. I'm not saying that that's what um what
Mhm.
what I'm saying, that's what makes me a woman. I'm just saying that, what society
See.
deems you to be a woman, and then those things are taken from you. That's the insecurity that people have. I can't have kids, I can't be a mother, my boobs are cut off. Those are insecurities that women have.
Okay, so for the most part, the insecurities that a woman have would be the things that kind of make a woman a woman. So
Absolutely.
would that stand true? Y'all were just talking about the man. If a man, like his check engine light, you know what I'm saying? Something's not, you know what I mean? That's the thing that makes that man feel like a man. So is it kind of the same? You know what I mean? Like for men and women, the man doesn't feel he feels some type of way because he doesn't feel like he's a man. And then the same thing with the woman, you know what I'm saying? She's insecure because that thing that makes her feel like a woman, you know what I'm saying? She might be lacking or, just might not
Right.
have or whatever the
Right.
case may be.
A
Mm-hmm.
man not being agile, well, yeah, it's an insecurity. I
Okay.
used to can do this and I can't do this no more. That's an insecurity.
Okay.
You know.
Nay said something that I think is very important, right? She mentioned kind of like looking at someone else and maybe their achievements and where they are in life and things like that that can play into your insecurities. I believe that the root of insecurities really come from you comparing yourself to others. You know what I'm saying? Like for the
Hmm.
most part, if you don't compare yourself to someone else, you just accept you for who you are and that be that. I think most insecurities would kind of go away. I think the root of all, you know what I'm saying, like insecurities simply come from you comparing yourself to someone else. What y'all think about that?
I mean, the lack thereof love for you that you have for yourself, you know what I mean, would cause insecurities. If you be like, I love me, through and through. I
So wait,
think
you
it.
saying loving yourself will cause an insecurity? Is that what you're
No,
saying? I
it
didn't
it
understand.
would you wouldn't have so many you wouldn't be so insecure if you loved yourself.
Okay. Okay, I got you. I got you. Yeah, but I think what okay, what do y'all think? What you think, Lakita? You've been kind of quiet. Throw
I
you out.
agree with what Lock and Loaded said because we're all uniquely made, and you have to learn to love yourself. Who cares what anybody else thinks?
Okay. All right. All right. I mean, but how many of us really
Mhm.
live by that? You know what I'm saying? Like
And
I,
that's
I
why we
think
have the problems in the world that we have,
Mm-hmm.
because we don't love ourselves.
mm, okay.
That causes relationship
We
problems
don't
and
love
everything.
everything about ourselves. That's
Right.
exactly.
Hmm.
Right.
All right. I got you. I got you. Um, all right. All right. We got Kimmy Gemini. He said
Hmm.
exactly. I don't care about other people. I love
That's
I
right.
love some of me.
Yeah,
I,
I
I
love me
love
some
I
me.
love me some me.
I know
Yep.
that's right.
Yeah, all right, that's what's up. All right, so look, we got a question right here. This is from Unthink 1999. Are men or women judged more for having insecurities? Is it like okay for women to have insecurities, but then when a man has an insecurity, he's looked at as less of a man, or you're supposed to be a man, and da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Is it acceptable for a woman, more acceptable for a woman versus a man? What y'all think? The
I
answer
guess
must be
I
the
guess
answer
people
must be
could
men
think
are judged
that
differently.
because you don't hear that much where men are openly talking about their insecurities. So I guess it can be more accepted because it's kind of what's expected in a sense. Because I
Okay.
mean, you constantly see, with all of the surgeries and everything that people are getting, you know,
So mostly women.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah. That's interesting. Let me see. M- Yeah, I think men are judged totally differently. Matter of fact, I want to say men are um I want to use the right word. Their insecurities are used against them almost. I think a lot of men have experienced like their insecurities being used against them. It's almost like the word insecurity is, I don't want to say a weapon, but anything that a man says it's like, oh, you're insecure. You know what I'm saying? If okay, let's talk about relationships, right? If a man is like, look, I don't want you to go out doing this or doing that or whatever, it's like anything that a man is uncomfortable with, he's called insecure because he's uncomfortable with something. I think there's a difference between being insecure versus uncomfortable. But whenever a man expresses his lack of comfort with something that's going on, it's always just thrown at him, oh, you're insecure. Oh, you don't want me to do this, you're insecure. Like, and I don't think that's fair to men.
But I think that's a self-reflecting thing. I think that you're saying, so let's use, I don't want you to wear that today. I don't think you should wear that.
Hmm.
Um and you know what I mean? Like some of us go out, we have our bust out or have our butt cheeks hanging out or whatever. And you're in a relationship and he's telling you he don't want you to wear that. It's just the I don't think she's really saying to you you're insecure. I think she's really saying she doesn't want you to dictate what she puts on. But she'll use the word you're insecure.
Okay.
She's insecure because she's going out like that. So when you go out, she's showing her best assets
Is
because
that insecurity
that's
though?
what
Is that actually insecurity on a woman's part if she's
it is.
dressing,
It
let's just say,
is.
provocative?
It is. It is. It is. For in my opinion, it is
Why do you say that?
because
I don't know. I'm trying to learn. I don't.
because I two people could go out wearing the same thing and it looks totally different, but it's just that I don't want to say we, but we tend to some of us tend to just like hey, my boobs is my best asset. So especially when you're single and you're out there, you know what I mean, you're out there, you're not loose but you're out there, and you're looking for something, you just that's it, you just want to wear that. That's what I want to wear, I want to show, you know and some just do it for pull.
So is a man insecure if he doesn't want his woman dressing
No,
a certain
no.
way?
No, I think it's just I don't want you to tell me what I can put on and what I can't put on. I think that's just a word a verbiage that she's using with you. So therefore, she can just throw you're insecure. And then, it's like you sitting back like I'm insecure about what? You understand what I'm saying? It's not you
Yeah.
being insecure, it's her. It's just verbiage.
I
It's
think
just
a
a
lot of
word she want to throw out there.
I think a lot of times again, like for men, that word is just used. You know what I'm saying? Even if a man expresses, like I said, I don't want you to wear that, or whatever the case may be.
You're just
It's either
insecure.
it's either he's insecure or he's controlling. You know what I
Right.
mean? If a man
Controlling is
expresses how he feels about something, then all of this stuff is thrown at him about him. You understand what I'm saying? But if a man is supposed to be a
Mhm.
protector, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we gotta protect y'all from yourselves. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we can see things from a lens that you might not see it. So for a lot of men, especially men that want to protect, it's like, yo, listen, I'm trying to prevent you from being in a situation, and then now
right.
I gotta come clean up the situation because you understand what I'm saying? So a man
Right.
is
But
putting his
see,
whole.
that's the difference between a woman that actually respects and love you and want to be with you. Because if you tell her, "Hey, look, I don't want you wearing that out there," like she gonna change immediately. She gonna be like, "Okay, well, my man don't want me to wear this. I'm gonna go ahead and change." But if she's not into you like that, and she about to go out and she telling you, "Oh, you just being insecure," no, that's because you trying to catch something.
Right, like I said.
Yeah, so
That's it.
you're looking,
You
even though
absolutely,
you got a man at home
absolutely. You want to see?
begging
You
and
asking
pleading
a
and
guy?
asking you, "Hey, don't wear this. I
Right,
prefer you to wear that," But you want to still go out there and show your boobs, show your butt.
right, right.
That's you. It's not him. That has nothing to do with insecurity. He's trying to protect you because he knows how men are.
Okay. So could that be a message to men right there? Let's just say we got a bunch of men that's watching this right there. Would that be a suitable message to men, fellas, if you are dealing with a woman and this is the particular situation. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to direct her or whatever the case may be, and she doesn't accept your direction. She doesn't accept
Leadership.
correct. Yeah, she doesn't accept that. Should men kind of understand, like, hey, she might not like you, bro?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely don't respect you.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
The word, yeah, she's just not into you.
Let's see. At all.
Really?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because a woman that's really into you,
Mhm.
you can tell her the sky's falling right now. She gonna believe it because
Right,
you said it.
right. She gonna
So
move
if
out
you
the way.
tell
Yeah.
her, "Hey, look, I don't want you wearing this right here," you can go pick out something else. Like, I don't want you wearing this out there. She gonna go change. She not gonna ask you no question. She gonna be like, "Okay, baby, you don't like it," because your opinion matters to her.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're a true leader, you're a true alpha in that relationship and she respects you, of course she's gonna listen. Especially if
Yeah,
you've proven that your opinion has that she feels like you're a true leader and your opinion matters, of course she's gonna listen. But if you're just there for decoration, I promise you wasted that energy.
you around
Mm-mm.
there,
She
you around there trying to act like king, but you're doing peasant stuff. She gonna teach you exactly how you act like a peasant.
Okay.
exactly.
So all right, Miss Millie. So a woman can sense a weak man. I mean, can a woman sense
Yes,
like, yo, he's weak?
yes,
I'm just not.
yes.
Yeah,
Because a woman
definitely.
gonna test you just to see
Make
how
a
far she can get. And if you allow her to continue to run over you, that's what you are. Now you're a doormat. The respect is gone. And then a certain way you act, the way you talk, she ain't gonna respect, that's out. Like, dude, who are you?
Do you think?
Like, I'm still searching for my king at this point. You just here for decorations, like Miss Nate say, you just here for decorations at this point until I find my king. Then I'm gonna put you in a closet with the Christmas items that I'll never mess with again.
exactly. Hmm.
Okay, so that will fall on a man, right? I mean, if a man is supposed to be a leader, and you know, the family or the relationship that he's supposed to be leading doesn't respect him. 'Cause see, you have a lot of men that they want a happy wife, happy life. There are a lot of men that just are going to let a woman do whatever it is that
And they
she
are
wants to
so
do. With
unhappy because there's no
the
partnership. It's her word, is what she says. She is the leader at this point. He is no longer the leader. He is no longer the alpha. She's the alpha.
He's just the right now man. He's not the forever man.
Basically.
He's not the
He's the right
forever
now.
man. He's just for
Mhm.
right now. You just a
Exactly.
placeholder, and that's it.
The doormat.
do
Go
you
do
think
this. Go do that. Don't do this. Shut the fuck up. Excuse
God,
me. Shut up. I mean, this is how they talk
oh,
to him.
you speaking
This
from
is how they
Exactly.
talk to him, and they shut up.
you
I've
speaking from
seen it.
experience? Nah,
I've
it sounds
seen
like you
it.
done lived it. You done told a few men. You done told a few men.
Okay, I might have a few times, but you see,
let
but
me ask,
that's
okay,
because it was no respect there.
okay.
They were
Have you
not a king to me.
did it start out that way? Or do you notice a
No,
trend? Do
no, it
y'all
don't
notice a
start off that
trend?
way.
Okay. So do you notice a trend where men start off, you know what I'm saying, kind of maybe
Yeah,
strong or maybe a little dominant and things of that nature,
I
and then
say a
eventually
persona.
as time goes on, they're not really that dude.
No, no, they give off a persona. And once
So they
they
were
get
never
to
that dude.
a spot where they're comfortable, you start now bits and pieces of them start seeping out. But because you into whatever they got going on at that time, you miss it. And then now you in a relationship
Mm.
and you realizing this is not what I want. Like this is not no king. What is this? So now you feel like you don't wasted your time. And now you're looking for that king, but you still got the peasant at home.
I think that happens when the respect is lost.
Yeah.
When he loses your respect, that's when that happens.
Say that
Yeah.
again, Nikita.
I
When
said I
he
think that happens when he loses the woman's respect. When the man loses the woman's respect.
but how does he end up losing? How does he
Maybe
end up
something
losing
he
her respect?
did and she can't get over it.
It could be various things. Yep, could be various things. A bunch of lies. It'd be a bunch of unnecessary lies. But because she done caught him in all these unnecessary lies, now she can't trust nothing that come out his mouth.
Bumbucket.
So if
Why the
he
man
say,
always got to be the lie? Why it always got to be the man that did something wrong?
I mean,
So
you
what
asked
R.
about
Kelly
the
say when a
men.
woman's fed up?
R. Kelly said it.
Okay, so let me ask you this: is it possible, right, that men can not do something wrong, right, but just over time lose their edge? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
So
mean,
so um,
What you mean? What you mean?
He stopped being the man he used to be.
but see
okay, so
that
here's the
that
thing.
only comes if the woman stop being the woman she is. Because again, your queen is supposed to be your backbone. So if she's not pushing you to be a better version of yourself, you wasted your time anyway.
But where does it start? Does it start with the man, or you know what I'm saying? Does it start with the woman? Because we can say, the man. Well, if the woman is not holding him down, then he's gonna fall. Some people may say, well, he's the man, so he got to be the man all the time. If he the leader, he got to lead. It ain't
Well, this
up
if
to the woman
you've
for
been
everything.
leading from the beginning, you need to lead throughout the relationship.
Yeah.
So a man can't
It
get
starts
weak.
with the
A man
Hmm.
just
No, 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 no. I'm not saying that he can't get weak. So that's a misunderstanding. I'm
nah.
not saying
If
that
he
that
can't get
he can't. I'm saying you have your times where you fall, but you can't stay down. You
okay,
understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
You got to keep being a leader, because if you fall, so if a leader falls, then the rest of his people fall. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you
Hmm.
have to be strong the
Yeah.
whole time. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot of pressure on a
Because
man.
what happens
It's
to the
not a lot of
kingdom?
pressure, because let me tell you something. If a man, the manly man is gonna stay the manly man. You said something earlier, and I was like, I didn't even get a chance to jump in, but it's like, I don't be weak. And see, the thing is, y'all come in being weak, and so that's why the shit is, you got to be strong at all points or all the time from the beginning to the end. Because if you come in, if you people say, oh no, he was strong in the beginning, then he became weak. Now that motherfucker, excuse my language, he been weak the whole time. He's the one who's going to be like, oh, let me give you this, I can do this for you, and you're like, no, 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 I'm good, I'm not attracted to you, this, that, and the third, and they still trying to throw themselves at you. You understand what I'm saying? That's weak.
I got you. Look, we got a question here from Unthink 1999. How does one rebuild respect in a relationship? Or is it a matter of once it's gone? That's a
It
Me
great
depends.
question.
personally, I feel like once it's gone, it's gone.
I
It
think it's
depends.
possible to rebuild
I think
respect
it's
in a
possible. I
relationship.
think it's possible. Yeah. I
I
think
mean, there is
it's
coming
possible.
back from some of that.
But
You know what I
then
mean? But if you can't come back,
you're willing to go
if you can't come back from it, then I feel like you should just let it go. Therefore, you don't have to be like, oh, repetitiously saying, "Well, you cheated. You cheated. Well, you forgave me, and now we're trying to rebuild." But then 6 months later,
and,
you're saying the same thing. So I just feel like if you cannot forgive it at that point, then you need to just let it go. But if you could let it go, let it go.
and
It's not
that's
just
why
go
and that's
ahead.
why and I agree with you, and that's why I say once it's gone, it's gone. Because now that you have to think about society now, it ain't no such thing of letting nothing go. They'll let it linger on for years. You been cheated 10 years ago. You'll hear about it 10 years later about what you done did.
That's because you
So
didn't honestly forgive. You didn't honestly
yeah,
let
it,
it go. You know what I'm saying? But if you can honestly,
exactly.
admit to yourself that you can let it go, then yeah, you press on with the relationship. But if you honestly know that you can't, I mean, you got to stay true to you, and know that
Hmm.
if you can do something, you can do it. If you can't do it, then honestly, just let him go. Why beat him up
Yeah.
for the next 10 years because he cheated 10 years ago, and you still harping on he cheated? And
And
then every
it,
time you get angry, then you go and you do what you gonna do. You go cheat. And then you come back and he come
not,
back and say something to you, and you be like, well, you cheated 10 years ago. And you kind of you just doing what is that? You're just doing self-harm to yourself. Just let that shit go if you can't forgive him. Period.
and that's why I tell these teenagers now, don't complain about nobody cheating if you're gonna keep going back to them. Accept it and move on, or either leave it alone and move on. It ain't no need. It's no need to continue to complain about the same thing if you're gonna accept it.
Hmm,
So
okay.
either accept it, leave it alone, but go on about your business. Y'all try to make it work. But if you're gonna keep talking about it, if it's gonna keep happening, you're gonna keep talking about it. You might as well just move on and leave the whole situation alone.
Right.
Okay. I got you. Let me ask this, right? Let me ask this on this same question, right? How does one rebuild respect in a relationship, right? Let's just say the woman has lost respect, right, for the man, and let's just take cheating out of it. I don't know. He just got weak. He's not that guy anymore, or whatever, right? Is it is it up to the man? Does the man have to um can the man, I don't want to say necessarily overpower the woman, but where does that dynamic, where does it start with rebuilding it? Is it up to the woman to say, okay, you know what, he got weak, or whatever the case is, I have to put in the work to get respect, you know what I'm saying, from to get respect for him? Or is it up to him to step up to pretty much like command that respect? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know there's like a
I think
polarity,
it's
you know what I'm saying,
definitely him.
between
Yeah, I think it's
you.
him. You're the man. You want to establish leadership. If I'm fighting for you, I'm the leader. At this point, you're supposed to be the king. The king is to protect his kingdom. So if
Okay.
the king fall, the kingdom fall.
Mm,
So how can I make you feel more like a king? I can do my best, but if you don't have it in you, you're no matter what I
mm,
do, it's not gonna be
mm,
good enough.
mm.
I don't think that you demand respect. You kind of get what I'm saying? I don't think that you are demanding any type of respect. I think that if whomever did the messing up needs to try to fix it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay. So
it's not one person or another demanding that, oh well, you accept my apology and you are going to respect me, blase blase. No. I think the one who's messed up is the one that needs to prove to their spouse that they are trying to rebuild, so that then they can earn their respect back.
yeah. So yeah. Okay. I get what you're saying. Like when I say demand respect, right? I don't. So what I mean by demand respect is like not in a controlling way, like I'm going to make you do this, right? But in a way that look, you're going to respect me or I'm not going to be here. Like, you understand
Right,
what I'm saying? Like,
right,
I can remove myself from the situation and we don't ever have to worry about anything.
right,
However, you got to know I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? And then
right,
so that pretty much will kind of make people get in line if that's a situation that they want to be in.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I
right,
mean. Kind of like it's an indirect kind of demand. Like I'm not gonna make you do anything. However, I will remove myself from the situation. Now, if you still want this situation, you're gonna have to behave in a manner that you know what I'm saying, is acceptable by me, or it's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like demanding it, but not forcing somebody to do something.
And so just basically setting the expectations.
Um, yeah, kind of, sort of. Yeah. So, but y'all say that's all on the man.
No.
no, it's
No.
on the one who jacked up.
Oh, okay. All right. I got you. Okay. All right. Interesting. Interesting. So we do understand that there is a difference between insecurity and uncomfortable, right?
Yes.
Do you think a man being uncomfortable with a situation is tied to an insecurity, even though the two are different, but could a man being uncomfortable with something be tied to an insecurity that he might have, or vice versa, you know, for a woman as well?
No, I
No.
don't think
No.
so.
I mean, because you have the right to like what you like, and you know, just if you don't want, if something makes you uncomfortable, they don't have anything to do with insecurity. You could feel uncomfortable around people
Mhm.
that don't make you insecure. You just don't like people,
Okay,
you know?
got you. Do you think women weaponize the word insecurity when it comes to men?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, all right, all right. So do you think that word insecure can be a way to manipulate a man to do something or not do something just because, you know, a lot of, I know men have pride or men have an ego, so it's like I don't want to look like I'm insecure or whatever, so I'll kind of go along with whatever it is that she's saying so that I don't seem insecure. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
manipulation.
Yeah. So some women,
Okay, but again, that's a woman that don't like that man, right?
basically.
He likes what
Basically.
he can do for her, but he doesn't. I mean,
See
she
that?
doesn't necessarily like him. Like I said, he's the
Yeah.
Mister right now. He's not the Mister forever.
Mm.
Okay, okay. I got one more question, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. When it comes to back to Unthink and the question that he asked, can respect can it get, let's just say in the beginning of the relationship, right? Respect was at 100%, right? And then whatever something happens and you know, respect is lost or, you know, whatever the case may be. Do you think it can get back to 100%? Or is there always, no matter what, going to be that scar or that stain or whatever it is that's there. Even though it was forgiven, it can't be forgotten. Do y'all think it can go back to 100%, or is it always, you know what I'm saying, just something that is you know what I'm saying, because of your memory of what happened, it just can't get back to 100%.
Well, like
I
I
think
said,
it
if
can.
you can't get back to 100%, then you need to let it be. You need to let it be.
What
I'm
if it's
going
at 90?
to,
What if it's
I'm
at
going,
90%?
no, it's going to be at 100%. I'm going to always respect you. And even in your wrongdoing, I'm going to respect you. Now, I won't deal with you. And since I won't deal with you, that means we would have to part ways. But I'm always going to respect you. I'm not just going to blatantly disrespect you. It's like when you were little and your mom would cuss you out and all this kind of stuff, and she go, when we go out, what stays in this house stays in this house, better not nobody outside know what's going on in my house. It's kind of that thing.
But
You're
listen,
going to respect her regardless.
I get that, right? But you don't have to disrespect somebody to not have respect for somebody. You understand what I'm saying? Disrespect is blatant, in my opinion. You have to actually do something to show disrespect to
Disrespect,
somebody.
yeah, and I
You
can
could,
I can respect you
right,
100%.
but you cannot respect somebody without disrespecting them.
I won't deal with you. I'll deal with you from a
Yes, you
distance.
can.
I just won't.
Yes, you
I just
can.
won't deal
You
with
cannot
you.
have respect for a person. Just don't deal with them.
Right. I will not deal with you. But I'm not gonna. I'll respect you.
Okay.
Because if I don't have respect for you, I'm not even finna talk to you about nothing. We have nothing to say. There's
I
no
got
conversation. I ain't even finna speak to you. I'm gonna look through you,
I'm gonna
walk
look through
past
you.
you like you don't exist. I got family members. I do it right now.
Oh man. Okay, I got you. I got you. It's just interesting.
Yeah,
I was just kind of wondering, like, could it, you know what I'm saying? Like, get all the way back once there's been, you know what I'm saying, some type of, I don't
Absolutely.
know, indiscretion
Absolutely.
or
it depends. It
Absolutely.
depends on the couple. If they are
You
willing to
can.
put in the work and just leave it alone and work on the future, yeah, it can work. But you can't
okay.
have one person trying to make it work and the other person still holding on a grudge.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Who has it harder? Is it the one that violated and is trying to get
Absolutely.
the respect
Yeah.
Yeah,
back,
the
Yeah.
one that
or
violated. The one
Absolutely.
that violated.
the one
Because
that
because
violated has to
now,
work harder?
yeah, because now they're in their head, they're scared they're gonna lose everything that they've worked so hard to gain,
Okay, but
which is the relationship, whatever material stuff that they got together, kids, the dog. People argue about dogs now, so it
Miss
had
okay, Miss
so
Millie, let me
whoever's at fault, they at risk of being alone.
okay, Miss Millie, let me ask you a question, right?
Hmm.
You said that once you don't respect somebody, you don't respect them.
Oh yeah, I don't.
So no matter how hard that man works at trying to rebuild respect, if you don't respect them, it ain't happening.
No, because
So that
nope.
would be, wouldn't that be, you have to be the one to overcome what actually happened. He could be doing
That's
everything all
why
day,
I
every day.
leave. I'm not gonna stay in this situation because once I lose respect, it takes. I put up with a lot, a lot. I accept a whole lot. So once that respect is gone, that's a wrap. It ain't no need to try. Because if you're trying for nothing. You're trying for yourself. Because
So
it's
that
gone.
that would seem to me like, though, it's harder on the person who has to forgive whatever it is that happened in order for them to respect that person again. Because listen, they're the one who is, let's just say, traumatized. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
About what happened. So they would be the one to have to, I got to get over this trauma. I got to get over what they did. Like, you understand what I'm saying? The one who did the dirt or did the violation, they're not traumatized. You understand what
Yeah.
I'm saying? All they
Yeah.
got to do is either buy gifts or say this or say, they're not the one that has to sit in the thing that
And
happened.
wallow
Like,
in it. And see,
right.
and
You know
that's
what I'm
where
saying?
the problem come in at because they're waddling in it. They continue to think about it. So now you got all the lashing out, the unnecessary arguments. You be watching TV and then now you're arguing about cheating, or you arguing. It's gonna always be something to trigger it. So why just leave it alone? If you
Right. I
know
get it.
that you're not the forgiving type,
Right.
because you know who you are. You know if you're the type of person that can forgive and let it go, and
Right.
you know if you're not.
Right. Right. I got you.
So that's why I say, me personally, I can forgive, but I can only forgive but so much. When it comes to cheating, I forgive depending on how much I like you, how much I'm into you. But if I'm not really into you like that, I'm not. No, it ain't no working nothing out. No, we good.
I got you. It just seems like the one who was violated has more it is the one that has to work harder because they got to work through like you understand what I'm saying? Like you said, you
Yeah,
can be
they got to work
triggered
with
every day.
themselves.
Right. And that's why for
Hmm.
most people, like you said, nah, I'm just out of here. Because I relive, yeah, I gotta relive this every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people that are traumatized, that you can just see it. Like little things that trigger them. This will happen, that'll happen, whatever, and it just resets the clock. It's like, yo, you did that. You know what I'm saying? 8 years ago, but damn, it felt like it just happened again today. You know what I mean? Nah, you understand what I'm saying? Like the one that has to get through you know what I'm saying? You think of it like this, right? When you have like I don't know, is just a situation where there's a victim, right? The victim has to live with that. The person who did whatever they did, they're going on about their life.
Their
They're not
life,
even
yeah.
thinking about what they did to somebody, you know what I'm saying, however many years ago. But the one who it was done to, they they relive it every day.
That
You know what I'm saying?
betrayal.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely
because think
understand.
about it. If somebody does something like cheat on you, they betrayed you. How can you trust them again?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, so
But again, that's why I
I
think, like I
mean, but
said, that's why I think the
it's
one
what
who been
kind of
violated,
what kind of violation, and how like people can put up with some things, and the lifestyle is what it is, and so just like some people can put up with some, and some people can put up with none, and some people can, they just, like I said, if you're not willing to forgive. And I'm not saying that I'm going to forgive you and forget about it. I'm going to proceed with caution. You
right?
know what I'm saying? Like I probably forgive you, but I'm going to proceed with caution. And
Right.
if and because they say there's signs, right? And like I said before, we see the signs, but when we're in that honeymoon phase, we tend to turn the cheek and we like, oh, we don't see
yep.
it, blind eye. We don't want to see it. Oh no, this, that, and the third or whatever. But like I can forgive some things. I probably can forgive some things that Miss Millie can't, and she probably be like, "Yo, I would never,
Yeah,
forgive that."
definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody has their thing. You know what I
Right,
mean?
a
Like
threshold. Everybody has
everybody
their
has.
threshold.
Right,
So
right,
I
right.
mean,
Hmm.
That's a
some
good
people.
word. That's a good word, threshold. Because I was going to say breaking point. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
Everybody has that point where, yeah, is you know what I mean? But yeah, I think the one that was violated kind of has to put in more work because for them to be able to walk away from it or move on from it, they almost have to totally try to remove it from their mind. Right? The times when they're triggered about it, it's like, oh, I'm triggered, but I can't say nothing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I feel some type of way. but I can't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said before, you can't just keep bringing it up and keep bringing it up and keep bringing it up, and then sometimes you'll be
Mm-hmm.
mad about something that doesn't even have anything to do with that, but you just feel some type of way about that person because of what they did. But now because they didn't, I don't know, wash the dishes. Now you beefing over a dish, but it ain't about the dish.
Right.
It's
It's so
about
much
what I
more
Yep.
can't
deep.
bring up that
Right.
happened. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think the one that was violated, man, just has more work to do. You know what I'm saying? Just you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I
I'm
can
good.
definitely agree because if you kind of like in the position and you feel like why me? Why me? Just like in the comments, like you're constantly looking for that closure. You're trying to figure out what went wrong. Like
Mm-hmm.
when realistically, sometimes it's just that person. Has nothing to do with what you did or didn't do.
Mm.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
said cheat
Yeah,
back.
cheat back. But then at that point, you might as well have an open relationship. If everybody out there cheating at this point, this relationship is open.
That's good
You
advice.
know
Let
what?
me write that down.
We
Gotcha.
yeah we so we talked about that one time on another live stream about what I'm saying at that point. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like open, like
Yeah, you
you know what
might as
I'm
well just have it
saying?
open.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I
But
can accept that better than you doing your dirt. I'm not. We sneaking around. We grown. What we sneaking for? If you gonna be out there doing your thing and I'm doing my thing and we still meeting in the middle, it might as well just be open and we just meet back in the middle.
I mean, but you have to.
mm,
I mean, I don't want to get into that conversation, but you have to establish that you want an open relationship at the beginning. And
That's
so,
what I'm
if that's what you
saying.
want, right? So, if that's what you want, let it be known that's what you want. And if he doesn't accept
Exactly.
that, if he says no, that that's not what he wants, and then he goes out and cheat, then there's a conversation that needs to be had, because at that point you're saying to yourself, well,
what's the
I've been
difference?
cheated on so many times, and so now I want to practice. That's what I want to practice, is an open relationship. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If
because
that's
then
what
at
you
that
want,
point nobody's
then
cheating.
let it be talked about. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people that be like, oh yeah, that's the best situation for anybody, right? But there's a lot of people that don't want that. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
because they can't handle it.
There are men that don't want they don't want to be dealing with two females. They're like, no, I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to do that. But see, the sneaky is the thing that gets them hype. That's that sneaky. That's a thrill. That's like
And
that roller
Yeah.
coaster ride.
yes, and a lot of men problem is it's not that they don't want to deal with two females.
Why
They
can't
don't
be
want their
men?
female to like that female more than they like them.
Oh, I don't know
Is
if
that
that
is
would
that
be the
is that
case.
Because
is that
it doesn't
insecurity?
happen.
Is
I,
that an
I,
insecurity?
Yeah, that is. That is.
I don't know.
I
I
mean,
don't know if that be the case, but it just, because there's rules to the game that, like I say it all the time. There's any game that you play, any relationship you in, there are rules, and there are unwritten rules. And if you just put it on the table at the beginning, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have no problems. You shouldn't. I'm not saying that you won't. I'm not saying there's no bumps in the road. You know what I'm saying? But if you establish the foundation of what this relationship is going to be like, or what you want it to be like, then you shouldn't really have that many problems.
Shoulda,
You know?
woulda, coulda, but we ain't even talking about that. We ain't talking
Right.
about the shoulda, woulda, coulda. We talking
Right.
about once it go down, what we doing now? You know what I mean?
I mean, like I said, if you can forgive, go for it. If you can't, let it go.
yep, pretty
Got
much.
you, got you, got you. All right,
Man,
y'all.
you
So
just you shaking your
yeah.
head. Why are you shaking your head?
Who's shaking their head? Who that? Nay?
Nay.
I
Nay?
agree. I
Okay.
agree. I agree. I agree. It's just, I agree.
Look, to the Gemini said I would never cheat first.
She didn't
Okay.
say I would never cheat
She
No, she
said she
said I would
wouldn't
never
cheat
cheat first.
first.
first. Right.
You cheat back.
Right.
Like,
Cheat back.
Exactly.
Realistically,
No,
sometimes
if
as
you cheat
people,
on
they
her, she gonna cheat back. So don't get mad because she letting you know.
Is it cheating at that point? Like cheating back? It's open at this point, right? If there was
Yeah,
no
yeah, it's open. I done told you
relationship,
this was gonna happen. So yeah, that's
Lakeisha, what
open.
you say?
It's fair game from here.
but at some point, sometimes somebody catches somebody cheating and you talk like you're gonna work it out, and then if you go and you do that, I mean, you think that it makes you feel better, like, oh, I'm gonna get you back, but really it don't make you feel better.
okay.
Let me find out.
Remember, I said he is the right now man. He is not the
Let me find
forever
out.
man. So cheating back sometimes does make you feel better. You understand what I'm saying?
Temporarily.
Right? It's a temporary fix. Right? It's a temporary fix.
Are you
But
trying to
but
convince
but but
yourself? Because you're like, right? Like, are you trying to convince yourself that it's a temporary fix, or is
well,
it a temporary
it is
fix,
a
or is
temporary
it
it is a temporary fix, and at the same time, like I said, it's not for everybody. And if you can't, then just don't do it. My thing is, I mean, what are we cheating for?
Hmm.
What are we cheating for?
I
When
mean,
you've already established the rules.
again, that's why I said it's not cheating at that point because the rules have been broken, right?
Right, right, right.
Yeah. So you know, yeah. I don't know. It is what it is. I get it. Everybody, and that's why I think the conversations are good because everybody's different. Everybody sees it different. Everybody like you know what I'm saying. So
Right.
it is what it is. It is what it
But
is.
the cheating and the open relationships is what gets people back to the beginning of the conversation that we was having about the STDs and STIs and all of that.
Say that
Yeah.
That's
one
right.
more again. Wait a minute.
Yes,
Say that one more
exactly.
again.
Say
I
that one more
said
again.
the cheating and the open relationships is what gets us back to what we were talking about in the beginning, the STIs and the STDs.
So I'm gonna say about the open relationships. The open relationships have rules. They're not always just all willy nilly just picking up people. You understand what I'm saying? So I speak from a place of experience. There's rules in the game. You can't just all willy nilly. You got a group of people, and you know what I'm saying. There's rules to that as well. So if you go outside of that realm, it is cheating.
If you go outside of what realm,
If
just
you
so that
go
I understand.
outside of the circle that you've formed in your open relationship, it is cheating.
If you okay, you saying
Correct.
if you have an
Have a
establishment, if you
roster.
have an
Let's
estate
like y'all
established,
say, like the men say, you got a roster. You go outside of that roster, you're cheating.
okay, okay,
Okay.
I get you because you're not
Okay.
going by the rule. Okay, I got you.
Right.
I got you. Kimmy Jimmy,
Sometimes you don't know that you're
you
open.
don't know you.
Nobody tell me nothing. Ain't nobody tell me nothing. I'm the last one to know.
Yeah, yeah, the last one to know, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
sometimes it just be like that. You know what I mean? It just be like that. So it is what it is. All right, so you look. Any of y'all got anything y'all want to throw out there real quick? If not, man, we gonna close this one out. Y'all good?
I'm good.
I'm
But
good.
All right, that's what's up, man. I want to thank
Good.
everybody, especially the chat. You know what I'm saying? Nonchalant, 1732. Who else was in here? I think Unthink 1999 was in here. Kimmy Gemini and who else was in here? Okay, I see Tanya 0718 was in here. So I appreciate y'all for chiming in. And with that being said, we're gonna close this one out. And I don't know, I might be streaming tomorrow. So I appreciate all y'all and y'all have a good night.
You as well.
You
Have a
as
good
Peace.
well.
Right.